In November 2016, a small group went hiking through the thick forests of Bulgaria. They snapped a few photos along the way, like anyone would. But things took a weird turn after they got back. While going through their pictures, something caught their eye. In the background of one shot, they noticed what looked like a grey alien figure hiding among the trees. They hadn't seen anything strange during the hike, but now they weren't so sure. Some people argue the photo could be fake, others believe it looks real. I'll leave it up to you to decide. One quiet night in Williamsburg, Virginia, Robert Earl White sat on his porch when he heard heavy stomping echoing from the woods. It wasn't normal forest noise.
Did I just see a skinwalker?
Alright, no lie. I'm on my back porch. I heard someone stomping in the woods. Something huge.
He looked toward the trees and saw a pair of glowing eyes staring back at him. When he recorded it with his phone and zoomed in, the figure behind the eyes was revealed. It looked almost human, but its skin was ghostly pale, and the way it lingered felt off, like it didn't belong in this world. Many viewers agreed it looked eerily similar to a skinwalker. A woman was on a solo hike and decided to take a long break at a quiet spot doing some yoga, when suddenly a man showed up. Out of all places, in a quiet 7,000-acre forest, he chose that exact spot to stop and rest. He stood there for minutes, just watching her, pretending to be on his phone in a place with no cell service. She sat down to face him, while the man stood there, still trying to make a call. She wanted to leave, but he was blocking the trail. Then suddenly, when she started packing up her stuff, the man sprinted off. She took the chance to go off trail so he couldn't follow her. Eventually, she made it back safely to her car. She has no proof the man meant harm, but the whole thing just felt off. And even if he was just resting, he should have known better. It's just creepy. A Facebook user posted an old photo they found of their mother-in-law and her cousin taken in Southport, Florida in the early 1960s. What caught their attention was the faint figure between them, unmistakably human, yet blurred and distant. The photo's owner says it resembled a family member who had already passed away when the photo was taken. It remains a quiet family mystery, one no one ever forgot. This guy had planned every detail for his surprise proposal. A sunny day, a hidden friend, and a beautiful location. But the moment he pulled out the ring, something terrible happened.
Oh, Jamie! Jamie, no! Oh my, no! Oh my.
A sudden rush of water swept him off balance, sending him and the ring straight down the waterfall. Luckily, he came out unharmed. But now, the couple is left wondering if it was just bad luck, or some kind of warning from the universe. Around 11 p.m. in Kentucky, this person was skywatching from their balcony. A quiet night, clear sky, until they suddenly heard something disturbing. A sharp whistle, coming from just 20 to 30 feet away. Local superstition warns, never whistle at night, and never respond if you hear one. The area was silent, no people, no movement. Just that single whistle echoing through the trees. When she looked toward the sound, she spotted something strange in the bushes. It might have been just shadows or a trick of the eye, but something about it felt off. So the question remains, was it just a coincidence, or was something, or someone, out there? While browsing properties, a Facebook user stumbled upon an eerie listing, an old house in Live Oak, California, priced at just $39,000. But one photo stood out. There was a pale, hollow face in the frame. When the user reached out to the agent for clarity, that particular image was suddenly blacked out. The agent claimed that most of the pictures had unexplained ghost-like figures. The user ran the image through editing software and found there was no editing in this photo. The figure had no visible eyes, just deep sockets, sunken cheeks, and a high forehead. It resembled a woman and didn't look alive. Since then, the house price has somehow tripled. While driving down a quiet highway in Mexico, a man spotted something strange on the roadside. A group of people stood still around a lit circle of candles. It didn't look like it was just a roadside gathering or celebration. It felt like something dark, something forbidden. Without slowing down, he pressed the pedal and drove off fast. He didn't want to know more. Whatever that was, it wasn't meant to be seen. 3 bikers were riding down a trail in Mount Seymour, Canada, when a black bear suddenly appeared and started chasing them.
Yeah, maybe.
Is he coming this way?
Yeah, it's walking right there. He's running. Yeah.
Black bears can run up to 30 miles an hour, so even with brakes, they were in real danger. The bear didn't stop and kept following them closely through the forested path. After getting some distance, the riders stopped and quickly planned their next move.
Oh.
So we all just stand up and put our bikes up in front of us?
Yeah.
That's here. Oh. Okay, go.
No.
I know we all stand and put our bikes
We gotta
up.
stay together.
We all be big. Get out of here!
Good.
Ah! Keep your butt. Ah!
Hey.
Hey!
Oh, he's followed us for a while.
Holy I just want to like walk backwards down the trail. I don't want.
I see him still.
So we slowly just. Hey, he's coming. Hey! Down here, bear! Keep going up. He's still there.
Now he's taking off. Now he's going around.
Realizing they might crash if they kept fleeing, they chose to stand their ground. They positioned their bikes between themselves and the bear and eventually managed to scare it off. A brave choice, but apparently a good one. While exploring an abandoned gold dredge, this man took multiple photos to capture the eerie atmosphere, unaware of what he had just documented. On the left side of one of the images, a strange face can be seen. It didn't appear in any of the other shots, and there were no obvious reflections or particles that could explain it. Some dismissed it as pareidolia, while others believed he had truly captured something disturbing. The photographer now plans to revisit the site to investigate further. Until then, the face remains unexplained. A group of women was driving near a quiet park when they decided to leave. As they approached the exit, they noticed something odd.
Wait, what the fuck is that? Wait. Oh, fuck.
A strange figure suddenly appeared from behind a tree and sprinted toward them. They hit the gas, leaving the man behind. Who was he? And what would have happened if they'd waited? Was he actually dangerous? A man went into the woods at night with his dog for hunting, but suddenly he heard a loud cry.
They don't sound like no goddamn cow. The hell she get? She's getting something. Get it, girl. Watch it. Watch it, girl.
His dog froze, focused on something in the dark. He told the dog to check it out, but then the sound came again.
Come on. Bite. Come. The There's no way, dude.
He immediately called his dog back and left. Later, he posted the video online, but so far, no one was able to identify the sound exactly. late one night in rural Brazil, something truly terrifying happened. A Jaguar, likely desperate and hungry, wandered inside a family's home. The residents had no choice but to scramble onto the roof for safety. Thankfully, no one was hurt this time. At exactly 2:54 a.m., this Ring camera captured something the owners still can't explain. A strange light appears in the field, shifting shape before silently fading into the night. At first it might seem like a bug, but compared to the insects seen in the footage, this light behaves completely differently. They also noted that there's a road just to the right, but no cars pass by, no headlights, no reflections. So, what was it? If you have any idea what they captured that night, let me know in the comments. While climbing Mount Rinjani in Indonesia on June 21st, something truly devastating happened.
Knows everything! We're here with you!
A Brazilian hiker slipped and fell 600 meters into a deep ravine. Miraculously, she survived the fall, landing on a narrow ledge. But she was stranded for days, battling freezing temperatures, heavy rain, and thick mountain fog. Rescuers located her and managed to send down food and water, but treacherous terrain and relentless weather kept them from reaching her in time. After 4 long days, her body was finally recovered. Sadly, she had passed away, the harsh conditions proving too much to survive. Exposure, exhaustion, and the isolation of that narrow ledge ultimately claimed her life. Officials say delays in communication and poor coordination slowed the rescue. Mount Rinjani's trails remain closed as the investigation continues. A group of friends were out exploring Black Star Canyon in Orange County when they took a photo they thought would be just another memory. But when they looked closer, something didn't add up. On the left side of the image, hidden in the shadows, there appeared to be a faint figure of a young boy, though they were sure they were alone. Creeped out, they posted the picture in a paranormal group, hoping someone could explain it. But everyone in the comments agreed. It wasn't a lighting glitch or pareidolia. Something or someone was really there. While walking through a quiet park in Manchester, TikTok user Liam, known as Wrigley720, captured something truly bizarre on camera.
Yeah, what's going on here? Got one guy just stood there. He's been stood there for about an hour. This other guy just stood here. This woman just stood here.
There's a guy in trees over there.
That guy just stood there. There's a guy 2 trees over there, and then this woman just stood here. But like, what they just stood here doing mad stuff.
Multiple people were seen standing completely still, scattered across the park. Then, moments later, he captured this.
Right now they've all just started walking. Just walking away. Just all walking randomly. They're all just stood there, stopped. Now they've all just started walking. Look, she just got on her thing and just started walking. What is going on? What's happening? Have we just witnessed some like... Have we just witnessed some sort of... What was it? I don't get it. What's going on? What? They've just started walking. Look, she's just walking.
The behavior was so strange. Was it a prank, some kind of social experiment, hypnosis, or something else entirely? Despite countless theories, no solid explanation has emerged, leaving us wondering what really happened in that park that day. Whatever it was, it definitely wasn't normal. While on a road trip, this man had parked near an ammo depot in Zhytomyr, Ukraine. Suddenly, this happened. Moments later, the shockwave hit. Fortunately, no one inside was injured. In Russia, a man climbed into a tree when a bear decided to pay a visit.
Да? Ты решил подо мной веточку сломать? Шар мы кому будем вешать? А? Не, нормально, я стою на ветке. Ну давай на лестницу стану, на которой ты стоишь тоже.
Luckily, a thick branch blocked the bear's path, slowing its climb. Though it seemed to back off, the bear wasn't done. It started shaking the ladder, trying to knock the man down. Bears may look calm, but they're smart and deadly.
Зачем ты ее поднимаешь? Да не нужно ее ближе к стволу ставить. Мне неудобно. Мансур, хорош ломать. Мансур. Мансур. Мансур.
Eventually, it gave up. The man stayed in the tree a while longer, waiting until he felt safe enough to leave. One snowy night, a young woman was walking alone around a reservation. The streets were empty and quiet, until they weren't. A loud scream echoed through the night. She turned her camera in every direction, but there was nothing. She was completely alone. To this day, no one knows what it was. A man flew his drone over a dense forest when he caught sight of a large, fast-moving figure below. Its stride seemed longer than any human's, and it seemed to glide through the trees with ease. As the drone hovered closer, the figure slipped out of view, quickly disappearing into the thick canopy. Was it Bigfoot or just a person? In 2023, a woman ventured deep into the woods searching for her missing nephew. He had just been discharged from the hospital. He was supposed to head home, but he never arrived. While navigating the dense forest, she felt the eerie sense of being watched. She instinctively pulled out her phone and began recording. At first, nothing seemed unusual, but when she got home and rewatched the footage, she noticed something chilling. For just a split second, someone or something moved between the trees. Sadly, her nephew was never found. And that one strange, silent frame is all she has. A group was live streaming at an old cemetery when they captured something strange on camera.
Like a mobile out. Does it say so? Just for the grass.
The graveyard, filled with worn tombstones, looked quiet at first, but as the camera panned, a semi-transparent figure suddenly moved across the screen from right to left. So fast, it was barely noticeable. None of the crew seemed to see it in real time. Some viewers later suggested it might have been cold breath from a nearby person, but it looked denser, more defined, like it had shape and movement. Whatever it was, it didn't seem like just cold. Something was there. On May 20th, 2013, a fierce tornado struck an elementary school in Moore, Oklahoma, and 9-year-old Nicholas McCabe tragically lost his life inside. His father, Scott McCabe, later said he spotted Nicholas's spirit in a photo, appearing behind his cousin during a family trip in the woods. Both a comforting and heartbreaking image, and for some, even a little eerie. A man was walking home in Laguna Niguel late one night when he saw something truly unbelievable. Under the soft glow of a street light stood a strange, translucent figure, dressed in dark clothing, barely visible but undeniably there. Startled, he snapped a quick photo before running the rest of the way home. When he showed the image to his neighbor, they were just as stunned, and shared the photo online in hopes of finding answers. Some are convinced it was a ghost. Others say it had to be edited. This video was shared on my Reddit page, Mystery Man. Late one evening, a group of people were outside, enjoying the quiet, when they suddenly spotted this. A strange set of lights, hovering silently in the sky. The pattern didn't match any plane, drone, or satellite. The lights hovered for a few seconds, then shifted rapidly. None of them could explain what they had just witnessed. While watching a movie late at night, this person heard a sudden knock on the door. But when he checked, no one was there. Puzzled, he decided to check the entire property. Front yard, backyard, driveway, everything was still. Empty. So he went back inside and resumed his movie. But 40 minutes later, his backyard camera picked up something strange. A ghostly figure, pale and faint, walking by. Not once, but twice. One Redditor suggested it could have been just the light. After all, some of the leaves seemed to glow as the figure passed. But that raises even more questions. Would just a flicker of light be enough to trigger the motion alert? And if it was just a light source, why hadn't it triggered the camera before? And most of all, who knocked on the door in the first place? While driving back home after a long day in nature, this man witnessed something terrifying. Just up ahead, a violent hailstorm was tearing across the road. Massive chunks of hail pounded the earth, hammering down with relentless force. Had he been just a few minutes earlier, he would have been caught right in the middle of it. While driving through a forest in Utah, a couple saw something large and dark move through the trees and vanish. They stopped to investigate and found fresh signs of a large creature, disturbed branches, and massive footprints. One print measured nearly 19 inches long and over 8 inches wide, with a stride of about 6 feet. The ground beneath the print was still pressed down. They made a plaster cast showing clear toe marks. The area was full of wild berries, which could be attracting animals or Bigfoot. While walking their husky, a person noticed something odd sticking out of a hedge. They assumed it was a small animal, until they got closer and saw what looked like a long, human-like hand. Not quite a child's, not quite an adult's. their usually aggressive dog suddenly backed away. The person snapped a photo, but as they stepped closer, the hand slipped quickly back into the bushes. Most people online say it was just a raccoon, but they insist it wasn't. They claim there were eyes in the leaves, and not raccoon eyes. Whatever it was, it unsettled both the human and the dog. Late at night, a group of men drove to the edge of the woods for a hunting trip. As they parked near the tree line, a deep, guttural growl echoed through the forest.
You guys hear that? Something out there. What the fuck? Hey, what the f?
The sound was so raw and intense, it made them freeze on the spot. They called out, but nothing appeared.
Hey, what the f are you? Something pissed off.
Just that eerie growl echoing back. It didn't sound like any known animal. Some say it could have been Bigfoot, others think it was something worse. Two men went to check out an abandoned sewer tunnel, thinking they might find something strange inside. But when they got there, a locked mesh gate blocked the entrance. As they stood near the entrance, creepy sounds began echoing from deep inside.
Sure, there's somebody here. Do you hear what that is? Yes.
Some say it might have been an animal trapped in there. Others believe it was something darker. Maybe not even human at all. While walking through the desert at night, a hiker switched on a black light to scan the dark surroundings. What showed up was anything but chill. A scorpion, and not a small one. Imagine if they hadn't brought that black light. There's no way they would have seen it. Things could have gotten dangerous real fast. They continued their walk, more alert to their surroundings. 4 years ago, a Reddit user named Mason shared security footage from his backyard. Around 3 a.m., a shadowy figure appeared on his porch, standing completely still, then seemed to pass through the wall. After that night, his home became a nightmare. Whispers in the dark, things moving on their own, and the constant feeling of being watched. Unable to take it anymore, Mason moved. But within days, it started again. Lights flickered and floorboards creaked. The presence was back. One evening, he recorded his living room. The curtain swayed, a trinket rattled, and a plastic bag slid off the couch without a breeze. That's when he realized he hadn't escaped. It had followed him. Two friends were out for a late night drive when they saw a man just standing there, completely still, holding something in his hand. Instead of driving off, the driver made a risky call. He stopped. He looked back to see if the man was still there. He was, and then he started sprinting toward them. He seemed to be wearing a mask and holding what looked like a sword. Then the video cuts, and no one knows what happened next. And for more chills now, watch this next video.